Welcome back, people. Today we're going to be doing a little unboxing and going over some specs for the Onkyo TX-NR636 audio video network receiver with Dolby digital up the yin yang, million watts of power, and a whole host of other stuff. The power, we're looking at 115 watts at 6 ohms, and that's another plus right there too for those who have those heavier impedance speakers. It'll support that as well. Under 8 ohms, you're looking at 95 watts a channel. So you have 7 channels of audio along with 2 supported channels for subwoofers. So what we have here is a 32-bit digital signal processing engine. It does True HD, Dolby Digital Plus, and PLIIz, DTS-HD master audio. There's a whole slew of that kind of stuff. So even from 2 channel, it can mix down to a 5.1 or 7.1 or 7.2. It comes with all kinds of bass boosting features. It comes with a mic, so you set that down in your room. You just run the setup, and it'll tune your audio to how your room is set up. The ambient noise, it'll take all that into effect. The distance from your speakers, your speaker size, if you need satellites versus a full-size speakers. It also has bi-amp on it, so if you're running some speakers that have dual inputs, it'll support that as well. It's really a bang-up receiver. I'm waiting to crack open this box. It's got Wi-Fi built in, Bluetooth built in. Now keep this in mind, there's a lot of receivers that support those features, but those are add-ons. This one has it built in, so you're good to go right out of the box, set it up on your home network. It also gives you apps you can download on your phone, so you can turn your smartphone into your smart remote, replace all those 17 remotes that you have on your coffee table with your iPad, your iPhone, your Android device, whatever have you. That's a good feature. I can't wait to check out myself. It supports 4K video at 60 Hertz. Now keep in mind, there are some devices, either the display itself or receivers for input, that only support 4K but at 30 Hertz. So if you're watching movies, it may not make a difference. If you're planning to play video games or other things, sports channels you want to watch, or even perhaps a monitor if you want to hook it up, or use your TV as a computer monitor, then the higher hertz, or also known as frame rates, will come into effect, and that's when you'll see the plus size there. So if you're out there shopping for 4K devices, this one supports the latest and greatest HDMI 2.0, as well as it is HDCP 2.2 compliant. So people like to say future-proof, but I mean only to an extent. You are compatible with everything that's out today, as well as some things coming out in the near future. We're going to talk about a couple other things too. It does 1080p upscaling. It also does 4K upscaling as well, 4K pass-through or audio return on the HDMI channels, which is very nifty. It also supports MHL, so if you want to stream your phone's video through a cable, you can do that directly to your receiver and from the receiver to your screen. So that's pretty nifty if you're not doing that over Wi-Fi already using Miracast or a similar technology. Supports 2 subwoofers as well, and I'm kind of tempted to buy another one. I'm not going to lie. Right now I have the Bulk Audio PSW 505. It's a 12-inch driver. It's rated at 300 watts RMS and peaks out at 460 watts. Very powerful stuff, but if I can go to, why stop there, right? It is iPod ready, it is AirPlay ready, but you need the optional adapter. The part number is DSA5. So you'll need to purchase that and connect it to the receiver if you wish to support that. It does have DNLA, so you can stream your media from your computer, from your handset, straight to the box wirelessly. You can basically control it. It's kind of similar to Chromecast for those people out there using that. DLNA is a similar technology. It's Wi-Fi certified. Out of the box, we're looking at Pandora, Spotify, Sirius XM, Slacker, TuneIn, Alpio. So there's a couple of apps that are supported out of the box for streaming radio. Pretty nifty. I'm going to be using those features myself. 2-year warranty for a brand new device. If you're looking at refurbished, it may be a little different. But for brand new, we're looking at 2-year warranty covered by Onkyo directly. Pretty nifty. I like that. Now for the tuner, it does have AM/FM built in for presets. It's got 40 presets on there. So you can hold every station you can imagine in your locality for that moment. I would imagine everything you can save in there. It also has a power supply. Who would have thunk? So the power supply on, but basically no sound is coming through. You're looking at 80 watts. That's how much power consumption it's going to be using. And the sound is coming through. It doesn't really state here, but it does say it's at 6.3 amps. It's pretty juicy. I think my math is correct. I think it's around 630 watts. 630 watt power supply. So if you're trying to calculate how much you're going to be using over a course of a year, I think that's the correct figure, but you may want to double check that. The weight is 22 pounds. Regular guy should be able to pick it up. It's not a big problem. It's not like you're walking around the house with it anyway. So you set it on the shelf, you set it up, and it pretty much stays there. So unless you're looking at a cardboard made furniture, I don't think that'll be an issue. So we're going to go over some of the connectivity options that you have there. Again, it does have 4K support. I believe there are 4 HDMI ins on the back of the receiver for 4K support. There are 7 inputs for HDMI. That's a lot. If you're using an Xbox One, such as myself, and I'm using Netflix for my entertainment needs, and that's pretty much all I need. I don't have too many other things going on, but maybe a Chromecast, but sometimes I like to plug that into the Xbox itself, just to kind of manage how I utilize the inputs on my TV. But now using the receiver as the input selection, that will help definitely. So we're gonna see how that goes. It's got a USB input on the front of the box. It's got an HDMI on the front as well, so it's easy hookup. You have 2 digital inputs. One is the optical and one is coaxial. So you have 2 coaxial inputs and 1 optical in. For composite, you have 3 composite inputs, 1 composite output. 3D support, which is good. There's an audio return channel support as well. You don't have to run separate audio cables. That's a good thing as well. Also has support for deep color, XD deep color, and also CEC. CEC, what it is basically your device can control the other device that it's connected into. For example, Chromecast. If you're looking at, say, TV, or you're looking at Blu-ray, whatever have you, and you fire up a YouTube video and connect it on Chromecast, the box will actually switch your input on your TV for you. And that's without any input. You can sit there on your couch, fire up a video or audio or whatever have you, and it'll do all the magic behind the scenes. That's what CEC is. Now what I'm doing here is just focusing on the main items for this box. I'm not going into all the fine details. So if you have any questions, any comments, concerns, hate mail, fan mail, whatever have you, just go ahead and leave a comment right there below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I do have access on my mobile, so I'll try to fire off as quickly as I can. So I'm going to go through the setup pretty soon, as soon as I do the unboxing, and we're going to see what this thing is really made of. It's really intriguing me, and if you're wondering why I'm looking that way, the box is right there, so I can hear it calling me. So stay tuned.